Live from Hazard, Kentucky, this is Jammin John's Wrestling News. Here's your news for Friday, May 31st, 2019. Seth Rollins and Matt Riddle responded to the following announcement by Paul Heyman that Brock Lesnar would cash in his Money in the Bank contract on this upcoming Monday's Raw. It all started when Paul Heyman tweeted, "Ladies and gentlemen, please be advised my client Brock Lesnar hereby cashes in the Money in the Bank contract, #Raw, at Steph McMahon, at WWE Rollins, #breaking news." Seth Rollins fired back by saying, "Dude won his Money in the Bank contract without even participating in a match. Now is cashing it in via his advocate on social media. Who is even Brock Lesnar anymore? Hope you're not lying, Paul. Bring this goon to Raw so I can stomp out what's left of him." And Matt Riddle tweeted, "I'll be there to ruin it, bro. See you Monday at Raw." Very interesting stuff. I'd really like to see Matt Riddle on this upcoming Monday's Raw. Ric Flair posted a new update on his health and noted that $1.8 million was spent on his recent medical care. Here is what Flair said via ProWrestlingSheet.com. "First of all, thank you to my beautiful family, to all my friends, to all the doctors, nurses, everybody that brought me back again. It's a miracle again. But it's okay, because I lived. And I'm living here to tell you that the kiss-stealing, wheeling and dealing, limousine-riding, jet-flying son of a gun is not going to change, slow down. I'm going to move forward. I got autographs to sign, commercials to make, pictures to take, friends to have a cold beer with, and I mean 2 cold beers if it's stone cold. Do you understand that?" Dave Meltzer of F4WOnline.com noted that Flair was recently hospitalized for blood clots in his leg and chest. The blood clots caused Flair's scheduled heart surgery to be delayed. It's good to know that the Nature Boy is feeling A-OK again and going to be riding Space Mountain again. It appears that Sasha Banks could be back on WWE television soon and reportedly had a meeting with Vince McMahon on May 23rd to discuss her future. Dave Meltzer noted that things are set to be better and she could be back sometime this summer, but nothing is official. Joey Ryan announced at Thursday night's Bar Wrestling event that he plans to pursue a career as an independent wrestler and isn't going to be exclusive to any company. Joey Ryan said, "I may be a big fish in a small pond, but it's my effing pond." Great words from Joey Ryan. The WWE announced the following today. Goldberg comes to Smackdown Live for the first time this Tuesday. 3 days before his highly anticipated matchup against The Undertaker at Super Showdown, WWE Hall of Famer Goldberg will journey into SmackDown Live for the first time ever this coming Tuesday. The former Universal Champion hasn't set foot in a WWE ring since the night after he battled Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 33. It does not go unnoticed that Goldberg is choosing to appear on SmackDown, the brand which the Phenom has long been associated with. What are Goldberg's intentions and what will his rare appearance mean for his once-in-a-lifetime clash with the Dead Man next Friday? Find out on the final stop en route to Super Showdown, days before the two legends collide in a contest that promises to be one of the top matches of the year. Don't miss SmackDown Live this Tuesday night on 8/7 Central on the USA Network. Thanks to Reddit user Fuzzy Wuzzy Moo Moo, what an amazing Reddit name that is, for the following recap of Dean Ambrose's appearance on Flip the Strip. Ambrose talked about getting there when the Battle Royal started and compares Raw to Double or Nothing. Ambrose said, "Like a 3-hour Raw, especially when you're there, takes forever. It's like, oh my god, we're only an hour in, we have 2 more hours of this." That show, the 3.5 hours of it flew by. There's some other notes from his appearance on Flip the Strip. His debut at Double or Nothing was possibly the best moment of his career, even better than winning the WWE title. He talked about the Talk is Jericho podcast and said that he didn't know how it was going to be received. He didn't want it to seem like he was overly negative. He says somebody needed to say it, and afterwards he felt lighter. He said that he did an interview with another person. Moxley said that he has so many crazy stories, many of which he will probably keep to himself. He thought Cody smashing the throne was awesome, and he loved it. He feels it symbolizes Cody becoming a wrestler and not an executive. Moxley is not on Instagram, and that page going around is fake, but he might join Instagram in the upcoming future. Moxley says AEW feels like a team with the fans, and that it is cool to be a wrestling fan again. He got the call from Stone Cold, and he just shot the breeze with him. He said he might be on his podcast later. He phrased the call as good brothers talking about good brothers stuff. AEW had someone pick him up, and he brought his mom with him. He talked about doing promos for All Elite Wrestling and says they are done quickly. He says he did 3 promos in about 10 minutes after Double or Nothing, and that's how it should be. He thanks the fans and said they were great all night at Double or Nothing and that they all shared a special moment. Couldn't agree more. Talking about All Elite Wrestling, Dave Meltzer of F4WOnline.com is reporting that AEW Double or Nothing did 98,000 buys with an almost 50-50 split between traditional and digital methods. The event drew more buys than All In with a higher U.S. price and will likely do more buys than ECW's most watched pay-per-view with replay orders. Also, Chris Jericho noted the following about his podcast with Dean Ambrose by saying on Twitter, "Amazing to see that Talk is Jericho is now the number 3 podcast on the overall charts, number 1 on the sports charts, and the Emancipation of Jon Moxley episode is currently the number 7 most listened to podcast." Amazing numbers there for Talk is Jericho. And staying on the topic of Chris Jericho, in an interview with ESPN.com, Chris Jericho talked about Jon Moxley appearing on his podcast. Jericho addressed Vince McMahon being in control of the creative process in WWE and Moxley's departure. Jericho said, "It's something that if you work in the WWE system, you know it's true. It's part of the genius of Vince McMahon. It's what he thinks. Sometimes you agree, sometimes you don't. You heard all about it on Moxley's podcast. When you work for Vince, you have to do things his way. That's just the way it goes." I think that it's very eye-opening for people to hear just exactly how intrinsic those ideas and thoughts Vince has are. A lot of them are genius, a lot of them are weird, a lot of them are strange. But it's up to you to do your best and make the best of what you got, as Moxley did. Jericho continued on by saying, "You finish up your work, you finish out, you do whatever they want you to do, you put over who needs to be put over, and you move on to the next territory. That's the best way to do business. You don't walk out, you don't ask for your release, you don't quit. You finish out the job that you were contracted and expected to do as a professional. Once that's done, then it's up to you. You go where you want to go and you do what you want to do." And that's exactly what Moxley did. And he seems quite happy right now. So hopefully that's inspirational to other talent in this business. And finally, here on Jammin' John's Wrestling News, All Elite Wrestling confirmed today that Chris Jericho would take on Hangman Adam Page in the main event of the All Out pay-per-view on August 31st. The match will determine the first ever AEW World Heavyweight Champion. Should be an awesome match and an awesome night of wrestling, and I can't wait for it. That is your news for Friday, May 31st, 2019. I am so sorry once again that I have not been able to make new episodes of JJWN this week. I know I said that I would, and I'm really sorry once again. This has been one of the most stressful weeks of my life. Please send me all the good vibes and well wishes that you can. It's just a very stressful time for my career and just for everything in my life right now. So just send me good vibes and well wishes, because I tell you, I could definitely use them right now. Check back here tomorrow for the results of NXT TakeOver 25. I will have those results up for all of you who will not be able to watch the show, and I'm going to try to the best of my ability to watch it. I've seen the card. It looks really awesome. So I'm going to try my best to watch it, but I will have those results out on Amazon Alexa devices, Spotify, YouTube, Stitcher, and iTunes. Follow me on Twitter at Jon Caldwell, JONCOLWELL. Follow me on Instagram, the Jammin' John. If you'd like to sponsor Jammin' John's Wrestling News, or your wrestling promotion wanting to get your next big event out, you can email me, jzcaldwell@gmail.com. That's JZCOLWELL@gmail.com. Big shout out to Ryan Hurdle and Tony Nelson for subscribing to my Patreon. You too can subscribe to me by going to patreon.com/JamminJohn. I have free packages on there ranging from $3 to $7. Not a whole lot of money. I would really appreciate it if you supported me a little bit financially. Once again, that's patreon.com/JamminJohn. This is Jammin' John saying thanks, goodbye, and I'll see you tomorrow.